Good morning. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. I was just working on some of our Facebook ads and I came across something that I just wanted to share with you. It's a more advanced Facebook technique or tactic that a lot of people don't know about. So I just want to tell you about it so you can watch out for it when you're running your ads. So basically it's something called audience overlap. So it's when you're running a couple of different ad campaigns to different ad sets or different audiences, and you have audiences that are different targeted audiences or different interests, but they're very similar, and there's audience overlap. And what this does is this puts you into a bidding war against yourself. So basically you're bidding against yourself for that same attention because you're running different ads to the same people but in different audiences. So a lot of people talk about when they're scaling their ads, what they do is they just duplicate the ad set. But then what ends up happening is that then they're actually, that new duplicate is then going up against their old one in that bidding system within the Facebook. And I used to have things happening, I didn't understand why, and I think that's crazy, why is that happening? And so for instance, I would have an ad that was doing really well, and then I would set up a new campaign, and then that ad cost would go up. And you think, well, how does that affect that? And it can't, but what it was audience overlap. Or I would have two ads, and one was doing okay, one was doing poorly, so I would shut off the poor one, and then the one that was doing okay starts to do better. And you think, well, that's crazy. Is it just a coincidence that that's happened when I've turned off that ad? And no, it's not. It's because of audience overlap. So what I've found today, I've just started running some new test ads, and I was running one ad set to Amy Porterfield and one to the Female Entrepreneur Association. And I just thought, oh, I'm going to have a look at this. And sure enough, I had a 57% overlap of audience. So 50% of the people who were in the Female Entrepreneur Association had also liked Amy Porterfield. So that's a massive crossover. And what I've done now is I've actually gone in and I've set up exclusion audiences so that within those ads it's going to one but not the other, and I'm noticing that my Amy Porterfield cost is going up. Now I thought that it would come down, but it's going up, and the Female Entrepreneur Association is still doing really well. So what that means is that there's possibly, and it's still early days yet, I need to let this play out for a few more days before I can make this assumption, but what I'm thinking is that the people that were converting well within the Amy Porterfield were actually also the ones that were in the Female Entrepreneur Association, and now that I've excluded them from that audience, it's starting to do poorly, whereas the Female Entrepreneur Association is still doing well. The other thing that I could do is I thought they were both doing well, is I could combine them into the one ad set, but we're actually in a testing phase at the moment. We're actually testing out different audiences to see how it goes. So how do you find this overlap? Well, it's quite easy, but what you need to do is when you go into audiences, these interest audiences that you might be setting up within the ad set, you actually have to save them as audiences. So go into your audiences in your business manager, and if you go into create audience and then saved audience, and then it'll bring up what looks identical to the ad set area when you're creating the ads, and then you just put in that same audience, so the sex, the age, the location, the interest, save it, and then once you've got those saved audiences done, you tick on them both in the audience list, and then if you go up the top, there's three little dots. If you click on that, what will drop down will be audience overlap, and you click on that and it'll take you through and you can have a look at where the audience overlap is. Now the rule is if it's over 25%, you will be seeing some sort of bidding issue or some sort of error. Now if you're just spending small amounts of money, it's probably not a problem. If you're looking to scale these ads in the future, then it will become a problem. Okay, I hope that you've learned something new today that you didn't know, and I'll see you in the next video.